Hey friends, it's Dave here with Tech Tip. So last time we were here, we fished some cable for you, which you can see still hanging here. And today we're going to do something a little more exciting than fish wire. We are going to put a pair of in-wall speakers around this television set because we want to give you a little oomph in your sound system as opposed to what the TV's got on board. So this is going to be a tip that's going to take a lot of math and a lot of measuring, but for a final end product is going to be well worth it. So we're going to start off with what other than my big friend blue tape here. And basically we got to take a couple measurements. So as we talked about when we first started here, if you didn't catch the episode, you can go back and watch. We mounted this television set at 46 inches from the bottom, okay? So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to grab our tape measure and we're going to have to take a measurement of the television set. The television set here measures in at 24.5 inches. We are going to take the 46 inches that we had measured from the floor to the bottom of the television set, and we are going to add half of the television set. So we're going to add 12.25 inches to 46, giving us 58.25 inches. So I want to get my mark up here at 58.25 of an inch, which 58.25 of an inch is going to give me the center of our television set. Why? All right, so now that we got our measurement, that is going to be half our television set vertically. Now what we need to do is we need to figure out where the center of our TV is, just to confirm. Our original measurement was 80 inches of wall, so we're at 40 inches to the dead center of the display. So I'm going to just pop a piece of my friend blue tape down here so we can get a quick measurement of the center of the display. I'm just going to hit that end of my wall, mark my TV center. Last but not least, we're going to take a measurement of the TV horizontally. My horizontal TV ends up at 43 inches. Now this TV is ready to come down to get out of our way for the rest of our work. All right, folks, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to throw a piece of tape up here as an extension of our original piece of tape. We're going to take our 43. We're going to split that in half. We're going to measure 21.5 to the left. We're going to write that that's the left edge. We are going to measure 21.5 to the right. And we are going to just write that that's the right edge to create no confusion. And if you're ever worried about your dimension, that you didn't split your number evenly, you can just take your tape measure from your two marks and confirm that it matches 43 is the horizontal dimension of your entire screen. All right, so we're throwing tape all over the wall here. If you remember, I got my left edge of the television set marked here. Here's my center point of the television set, and I threw one more nice big piece of tape here because we got to find some studs. So I'm going to put this here a little distance from the screen, and we are going to move forward here, and we found ourselves a stud right here, and we are going to mark the stud to the right of that, which should be approximately 16 inches, and we found ourselves another stud right there. And left edge of the TV, we're not going to try to squeeze a speaker in this small distance, so it looks like this is probably going to be the stud bay that we're going to go in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick measurement, and I want to see from the left edge what my left and right for this are going to be. So if you look at my left edge, I'm approximately 9 inches from the left edge of the television set, and then from there I should have another 16 inches. So we're approximately 25 inches to the left edge of the other stud. All right, so now that we've given you some of the nitty-gritty details here, we've spent some time measuring out this wall. We now know where the studs are on the left side and the right side of the television set, and we've done some math to figure out that 18 inches from the left edge of the TV and 18 inches from the right edge of the TV is going to be the perfect place for us to put the center of our speaker. All right, so next step, we like to grab a handy dandy tool. This is our crosshatch laser. Basically, the benefit that this is going to give me is I'd like these two speakers to be at the exact same height. So since I have a center mark, I'm going to take this laser, get it set up for you guys, and show you what the crosshatch looks like so I can set up my speaker template and I could get that speaker cut out. All right, so what I did was I set up the laser on our center line of the television set. Now I'm going to put the speaker cutout out, which is the template that the manufacturer gives us to cut out the speaker. I'm going to level that speaker template off. I'm going to tape the speaker template to the wall, and then what we're going to do is we're going to trace it. So now that it's in a good spot, I'm going to take that speaker template, and you may want to use a pencil when you do this. I use a marker for everything. You could put blue tape on the wall if you wanted to not write on the wall, but I'm very confident in what I'm about to do here, so we're going to roll with some marker. All right, so now that I got my speaker hole ready to go, I have a recommendation. My recommendation is grab yourself a knife or a box cutter, and I would highly recommend when you're cutting a hole this size to score the wall before you cut. The reason that I recommend it is sometimes when you're cutting it with a drywall saw, when you plunge into the wall, when you pull back, if the teeth of the drywall saw were to catch the drywall, sometimes it'll peel your drywall backwards, peel your paint backwards. So in order to prevent that from happening, if you score the area, you won't have that issue. So I'm just going to score this really quick with my box cutter. And once it's been scored, we're going to switch over to our drywall knife, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this bad boy out. So now what we've done is we're using the television set to our advantage. So I drilled a small 1/2 inch hole here, and I also took a drill inside the speaker hole, and I drilled a hole that's 1/2 inch through the stud, and I fished the wire from this hole into the back of the speaker hole through the stud so that we can have a wire to hook up to our speaker. All right, so now that we got our wire, we're ready for the speakers. We're going to strip back this cabling. We're going to connect this bad boy to our speaker. Slip our speaker in the wall here. Pop our level up on it because there's a small amount of play here to just make sure that we're looking supreme. And then we always drill for tension purposes, top right, bottom left, top left, bottom right. And when this dog ear bites, you can start to feel tension, so you know when you can quit. And my friends, you have just installed an in-wall speaker, and the best part is the magnetic grill to make it look pretty. All right, now that we've got that installed, all we have to do is replicate this on the right side. All right, friends, we've now finished tech tip for today. We've got our left speaker installed. We've replicated our right speaker, finding studs, making sure we weren't going to hit them, equidistance, level. We fished our cable, and you are set and ready to grab yourself a receiver and a source, hook that stuff up and enjoy. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.